and I literally dropped my suitcases at the door, didn't even take my shoes off, looked at my phone, and thought, are we witnessing the actual real-time collapse of reality television?
Because the internet has completely lost its mind.
Completely. While we were crossing international waters, every single cast member from Bravo to Hulu just seemingly lost total control of their narratives.
I mean, they are spiraling.
I have 400 unread text messages, and they are all just screenshots of court dockets and tabloids.
Which means we have a massive agenda today. We are looking at the absolute crumbling of the reality TV fourth wall.
Babes, welcome back. We love you. We see you. And honestly, it feels so good to be back behind the microphones with the Snark Squad.
It really does. I miss this room.
Same. And I am currently functioning on pure frappe energy. Like, I have the largest iced blended coffee conceivable to mankind sitting right in front of me.
The condensation is getting everywhere, by the way.
I don't even care, because after getting back from Ethiopia, iced coffee is the absolute only way I am surviving this whiplash today.
We are officially back from the land of the most incredible, life-altering coffee on the planet. And beautifully tanned skin, obviously.
Obviously.
I mean, the glowing tans are definitely the most obvious souvenir we brought home. But the coffee withdrawal, that is the hidden disease we are both currently battling.
It is a sickness. I woke up this morning, looked at my little plastic drip coffee maker on my kitchen counter, and I literally almost cried.
It's just brown water now.
It is. Will anything ever compare again? Like
Yeah.
the traditional ceremony, the roasting of the fresh beans right in front of you, the aroma filling the room.
Yeah, you can't get that out of drive-thru.
My palate is entirely too refined now for this nonsense I'm currently drinking. But I desperately need the caffeine to tackle this news cycle.
Well, the coffee was a spiritual experience, but you know what else was?
Why?
Getting to actually hang out with the Snark Squad in the wild. We have to give a massive shout out to Fatima.
Fatima, you absolute icon.
She invited us to meet up at Sugo Cafe in Addis Ababa, and it was undeniably the highlight of the trip.
It is so completely surreal when listeners become real-life friends. Like, you sit down, you order a coffee, and within 5 minutes you realize you speak the exact same language.
Because we are all completely fluent in internet culture.
And reality TV mess. Fatima, thank you so much for the warmest welcome and the greatest conversation. Meeting you guys in person is genuinely one of the absolute coolest parts of doing this show.
It really is. But coming back to reality, the transition has been jarring.
Oh my God, the airport.
Right. The second my phone connected to the Wi-Fi at JFK, my family group chat just assaulted me.
I am so glad it's not just mine.
It immediately returned to complete unadulterated chaos.
Why is it that family group chats are scientifically engineered to destroy your peace?
It's the nonstop notifications.
You leave your phone in the other room for 20 minutes to take a shower, and you come back to 84 missed messages.
And it's never about anything important.
Never. It's these random family debates that start completely out of nowhere, like arguments about potato salad recipes from 2018.
My working theory is that it's a microcosm of human territorial behavior. Everyone just reverts to their childhood roles.
That is so true.
And don't even get me started on the one family member who always sends voice notes that are way too long.
Yes, the 4-minute-long voice note.
Where the first 40 seconds is just them breathing heavily and walking to their car.
Jingling their keys before they even established a thesis statement like, please, just text me. Every family group chat somehow becomes absolute mayhem because there is no moderator.
It's exactly like a reality TV reunion, just people talking over each other, bringing up ancient grievances with zero resolution.
Speaking of lacking resolution, how is the new apartment feeling?
Ah.
Because we both essentially moved right before we left the country.
Yeah, and coming back to a new physical space after a huge trip is a very specific kind of disorientation.
It is so weird. Like, I moved in, my bed is set up, my clothes are technically in the closet, but it still does not feel like home yet.
You're in the liminal space.
Yes. You know that psychological shift where you walk through the front door and your central nervous system finally regulates?
I know exactly what you mean.
I'm not there. I still have those random little boxes in the corner of the living room just staring at me.
The doom boxes.
The doom boxes. The boxes of loose batteries, a single picture frame, and like 3 random cords that belong to devices I probably threw away in 2019.
The transition from a space you just pay rent for to an actual home, it takes actual time. You can't rush the settling of the energy.
Well, I have all these grand decorating plans, but right now I feel like I'm trespassing in my own life. When does a place finally start feeling like yours?
For me, I thought the best way to get grounded in my physical body and my new routine was to immediately sign up for a Pilates class this morning.
Wait, today,
Right.
right after traveling across the globe?
Yes.
I cannot believe you did that to yourself.
I was utterly, completely humbled. I was shaking on that reformer machine like a leaf. I was genuinely questioning if my muscles even remembered the biological concept of exercise, or if they had just permanently liquefied during the 16-hour flight.
They definitely liquefied.
I keep signing up for these classes that absolutely destroy me, and I don't know if it's masochism or optimism at this point.
It's optimism.
Yeah.
Because I am manifesting this for us right now. We are going to be strong, flexible Pilates queens by the end of the summer.
From your lips to the universe's ears.
We are going to conquer the reformer. We just have to survive the humiliation phase first. But, babes, enough about us.
Yeah, the internet did not sleep.
The internet absolutely refused to take a vacation while we were gone, so let's catch up on everything we've missed.
Let's get into the mechanics of this absolute breakdown of reality TV PR. Where are we starting?
We are diving straight into the most shocking crossover mess I've ever seen. I am talking about the ultimate girl code violation. Jax Taylor
Oh, boy.
and publicist Lori Krebs.
This specific situation is fascinating to me because it completely inverts the traditional power dynamic of Hollywood crisis management.
Okay, for everyone who missed the notification, let me lay out the facts. Jax Taylor and Lori Krebs were spotted getting incredibly, undeniably cozy at the Hotel Musai in Puerto Vallarta.
Mexico.
Yes, Mexico. This was for Jax's birthday on July 11th. We are talking photographic evidence showing them chest to chest in the infinity pool,
Chest to chest.
wrapping their arms around each other, floating together. Witnesses on the ground say they weren't even attempting to hide it all day long.
Which is the first red flag that this wasn't just a slip-up. Hotel Musai is a very public, highly trafficked luxury resort.
Right.
You do not accidentally float chest to chest in a crowded infinity pool in broad daylight if you're trying to keep a secret.
Exactly. And Brittany Cartwright found out about it right before TMZ dropped the photos. She ended her professional relationship with Lori immediately.
As she should.
Because Lori wasn't just some random woman. She was Brittany and Jax's shared publicist for years.
The betrayal is layered. So layered. Brittany is reportedly feeling way more betrayed by Lori than by Jax because she expects absolutely nothing from Jax at this point. Lori even deleted her entire Instagram account.
Let's break down the mechanics of what a crisis PR person actually does and why this is so catastrophic.
Please do.
A high-level publicist's entire job is to manage the optics of their clients, kill negative stories before they hit the press, and maintain a pristine Rolodex of media contacts.
Right.
Nuking your own Instagram account is the digital equivalent of fleeing the country in the middle of the night. It is the ultimate admission that you have lost control of the narrative.
So embarrassing.
But I have to ask, why? Why would a highly successful PR rep detonate her career, her reputation, and her client roster for Jax Taylor, of all people?
It defies all logic. Jax and Brittany have been separated since January. They announced it in February. They share a 5-year-old son, Cruz.
Yeah.
Jax is reportedly out of rehab and still sober. But for a publicist to sleep with her client's estranged husband, it's not just messy, it's a massive conflict of interest. Here is my analytical read on the situation.
I'm ready for the conspiracy theory.
I don't think Lori was just a victim of Jax's charm. I think we are looking at weaponized PDA.
Weaponized PDA.
Yes. I theorize that Jax flaunted this publicly on purpose. He knew exactly what he was doing at that resort. He knew cameras, or at least tourists with iPhones, were absolutely everywhere.
Wait, you think he orchestrated the leak to TMZ?
I think he orchestrated the environment that made a leak inevitable. Jax knows that Brittany is desensitized to his romantic betrayals.
Right, she's numb to it.
Exactly. So what hurts Brittany the most right now? Losing her support system. Losing someone she implicitly trusted with her career and her public image during a very vulnerable separation.
Oh my God.
Jax pinpointed the exact person whose involvement would inflict maximum psychological damage on Brittany, and he made sure they were photographed wrapped around each other. It is a textbook tactic of narcissistic punishment.
That is so incredibly dark. But, I want to push back a little on Lori's agency here.
Go for it.
Because Lori is a grown woman, and she is a professional crisis manager. She knows how TMZ operates.
So it really works with them.
She knows how quickly photos get shopped to the tabloids.
Yeah.
So, is it possible that Lori, knowing Jax's history, genuinely thought they were just having fun and underestimated the public interest? Or do you think she was actively participating in the punishment?
I think when you work closely with highly toxic, charismatic reality stars for years, your own internal barometer for what is acceptable behavior becomes completely warped.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's a form of professional trauma bonding. You spend so much time cleaning up their messes that you start to view their chaotic reality as normal. Lori lost the plot. She became the crisis she was hired to manage.
It is just diabolical. And it flawlessly transitions us into our next segment, which I am affectionately calling the Bravo Men Apology Tour that nobody asked for.
A very crowded tour bus right now.
So crowded. Because if we're talking about men whose PR strategies are failing them in real time, we have to look at Tom Sandoval and PK Kemsley.
Two men who fundamentally do not understand how transparent their narratives have become to the audience. Let's start with Sandoval.
Things have officially exploded with Victoria Lee Robinson. She filed for a restraining order against Tom, claiming a pattern of abuse.
A pattern, that's key.
Yes. The specific precipitating incident allegedly involved a box that she tried to take from his house. Tom's rep released a very sterile statement saying he is just focused on rebuilding his life and the legal process.
Typical PR speak.
Meanwhile, Stassi Schroeder chimed in from the sidelines, stating publicly that Tom, quote, looks like trash.
Stassi remains the most accurate sniper from the side, but let's look at the legal mechanics here.
Yeah, break it down.
A temporary restraining order in California requires the petitioner to demonstrate a credible threat or a pattern of harassment.
Okay.
The fact that a judge granted this, or is at least reviewing it based on a pattern of abuse rather than a singular argument over a cardboard box, indicates that the documentation Victoria provided was substantial.
Right, the box was just the catalyst for the final altercation, but the claim is a larger behavioral pattern.
Exactly.
Which, considering what we've watched Tom Sandoval do on television for a decade regarding emotional manipulation, is incredibly dark, but sadly tracks with his inability to maintain a healthy relationship dynamic.
And notice the PR strategy his rep is using, focused on rebuilding his life.
Right.
It's a complete deflection tactic. It attempts to frame the aggressor as a resilient survivor who is just trying to move forward, completely bypassing accountability for the restraining order itself.
It's the exact same victim mentality playbook PK Kemsley is trying to run right now.
Oh, PK.
Because PK and Dorrit are dealing with a totally different kind of legal battle, the financial kind. Their $8 million Los Angeles home, the one with 10 bathrooms and 6 bedrooms, is facing active foreclosure.
Stop right there.
It is heading to the auction block.
10 bathrooms. Let's just sit with that. The sheer infrastructure required to maintain 10 bathrooms while you are defaulting on your mortgage is the purest distillation of Beverly Hills delusion I can imagine.
So PK filed court documents, literally begging a judge to give him sole ownership of the house so he can sell it.
Begging.
PK is claiming that he paid $300,000 out of his own pocket to prevent the foreclosure, that he moved out, but he kept paying the bills while Dorrit completely failed to pay the mortgage.
Okay, I am going to completely reject this narrative PK is trying to spin in the court of public opinion.
Really?
Yes. Let's look at the actual mechanics of real estate finance. Is PK not ostensibly a property developer? Is that not the entire foundation of his professional identity?
Exactly. Like, he manages talent sometimes, but his background is real estate.
Right. High-end real estate development often operates like a game of Jenga played with invisible blocks.
Oh, I like that analogy.
You pull equity from one property to finance another, using bridge loans and hard money lenders to keep the structure standing. When the market shifts or interest rates spike, the bottom piece gets pulled.
So the whole thing falls down.
Yes. For a self-proclaimed property developer to let his own primary residence become this financially radioactive, it means the entire Jenga tower has collapsed. I do not buy PK playing the victimized, responsible husband who is just trying to save the day while his wife ignores the mail.
I completely agree that his hands aren't clean. But we have to analyze Dorrit's behavior in this equation.
Oh, we absolutely do.
Because where is Dorrit while the bank is literally drawing up auction papers?
Where is she?
She is on an extended, highly curated luxury vacation in Europe. She is over there buying designer clothes, she left the kids with her parents, and she is absolutely refusing to publicly address the financial crisis.
The psychology of financial avoidance is a very real phenomenon, but Dorrit takes it to a level of high camp.
It is beyond avoidance. How do you pose in front of the Trevi Fountain in head-to-toe Chanel while the bank is hammering a foreclosure notice into the manicured lawn of your estate.
It's a choice.
It is exactly like watching a toddler put their fingers in their ears and scream to avoid a timeout. It's this profound cognitive dissonance where she believes that if she doesn't look at the foreclosure ceases to exist.
It's the ultimate manifestation of the reality TV mindset. Optics over reality.
Yeah.
If her Instagram grid looks wealthy, she believes she is wealthy, regardless of what the county clerk's office says. And this is why the Bravo Men apology tour is failing.
Because we see through it.
The audience is too smart now. We understand how PR deflection works. We understand how real estate equity works. They can't just spin a story and expect us to swallow it anymore.
Speaking of audiences seeing right through the spin, if we're talking about financial lawsuits and completely scripted shticks, we have to take a quick flight down to Orange County.
Let's pack our bags.
Because the OGs are bringing a different kind of legal mess, and the new season just premiered.
Orange County is the birthplace of the modern reality TV format, which means they are also the pioneers of its breakdown. What is happening behind the orange curtain?
First up, the OG herself, Vicki Gunvalson.
Of course.
She is currently suing her former financial advisor, Gary Vineman. She claims he badmouthed her to a mutual client, a woman named Diane Field, which Vicki says totally ruined her professional reputation and cost her significant income.
Okay.
Now, the context here is crucial. Vicki was previously sued for millions of dollars for financial elder abuse by a 74-year-old woman over a life insurance policy.
Right, we remember that.
But Vicki claims her advice to Diane was perfectly sound, and she is seeking unspecified damages from Gary for defamation.
Defamation cases in the financial sector are incredibly difficult to prove. You have to demonstrate actual malice and quantifiable financial loss directly tied to the statements.
So it's an uphill battle.
Highly uphill. But Vicki loves the theater of a lawsuit. It's her primary love language. Let's pivot to the current cast, though, because Season 20 just premiered.
Yes, and immediately, Teddy Mellencamp, who doesn't even go here, called out Shannon Beador.
From the sidelines again.
Teddy watched the first 3 minutes of the premiere and publicly called out Shannon's, quote, stumbling shtick. Teddy thinks Shannon is completely performing her clumsiness, the dropping things, the frantic energy, purely for the viewers.
Okay, let's break down the mechanics of self-producing on reality television.
Do you agree with Teddy?
Self-producing is when a cast member who is hyper-aware of their brand manufacturer's behavior to guarantee screen time. And I have to align with Teddy on this, which physically pains my soul.
Oh, wow.
Shannon Beador is a highly intelligent woman. Her established brand is frantic, flustered, holistic, but drinking vodka chaos.
Very true.
I think she genuinely trips or drops a lemon sometimes, but then she actively leans into it and exaggerates the reaction because she knows the editors will use it. It is a defense mechanism disguised as physical comedy.
See, I want to debate this. I am going to defend Shannon's physical comedy.
Let's hear it.
I don't think it's a calculated shtick. I think it is a genuine manifestation of her constant internal anxiety.
But every time.
Have you ever seen someone operating on a baseline level of sheer panic? Their fine motor skills completely degrade. She's a human, chaotic pinball because she is constantly in a state of fight or flight regarding her relationships and her standing in the group.
That's a fair assessment of her mental state.
Right. I don't think she's sitting in her dressing room plotting to drop a bowl of guacamole.
I will concede that the anxiety is real, but the amplification of the anxiety once the red light on the camera goes on is a learned behavior. It's a shield. If the audience is laughing at her dropping a bowl, they aren't scrutinizing her deeper interpersonal flaws.
That is a very fair point. It's a distraction technique. But we know who got totally caught trying to self-produce a storyline? Tamra Judge.
Oh, this was a spectacular failure of the fourth wall.
It was so embarrassing. Tamra went on a podcast and claimed that Shannon had a massive meltdown at the Quiet Woman, which is practically an OC historical landmark at this point.
Hanging in the Louvre.
Exactly. Supposedly, because the staff wouldn't comp Shannon's bill. Tamra was trying to plant this narrative of Shannon being an entitled diva.
Right.
But then Andy Cohen completely shut the story down on his radio show.
Right.
Andy explicitly said, nope, I was there that night. That absolutely did not happen.
When the executive producer of the network publicly fact-checks your gossip, your credibility is entirely incinerated.
Burned to the ground.
Tamra tried to use external media to pre-produce a narrative for the season, and she got caught red-handed.
And speaking of production secrets being exposed, we have to talk about Katie Janela.
Oh, this is messy.
She got fired from RHOC after a very brief stint, and now She's doing a massive press tour, claiming the entire show has fake storylines, scripted moments, and that there was a targeted, producer-led witch hunt against her.
Let me ask you this. Do you actually buy Katie Janela's excuse that the show is fully scripted, or is she just incredibly bitter that she got fired for failing to integrate into the ensemble?
I mean, I think it's 90% bitterness and 10% the reality of how television is made.
Exactly.
Like, we know story producers are on set. We know they nudge the cast. A producer will absolutely pull Tamara aside and say, hey, you need to bring up the lawsuit at this dinner party so we can get it on camera.
That's just producing.
But actually scripted, handing them pages of dialogue, no. These women are far too unpredictable and reactive to memorize lines.
Let's analyze this specific psychological phenomenon. Whenever a reality star gets fired after one season because they flops with the focus groups or the audience, what is their immediate defense mechanism?
Blame me at it.
They burn down the fourth wall. They claim the show is fake. Production manipulated the edit. They told the veterans to attack me.
Always.
It is never, I lacked the charisma required for an ensemble cast, and I failed to articulate my perspective under pressure.
Never self-reflection.
Katie is attempting to save face by invalidating the entire medium of reality television, but it just reads as sour grapes.
Nobody is buying it. Just a couple of quick OC side notes before we move on. Emily Simpson has apparently lost 50 pounds and is at the gym 7 days a week now, according to Jennifer Pedranti.
Good for Emily.
Which is great for her. But more importantly, Jennifer Pedranti casually admitted on social media that her son helped start a literal brush fire in Ladera Ranch.
A brush fire.
And she referred to it as a, quote, tough learning moment.
The phrasing tough learning moment is what breaks my brain.
That's so casual.
Forgetting your geometry homework on the kitchen counter is a tough learning moment. Getting a C- on a spelling test is a tough learning moment.
Right.
Assisting in the ignition of a wildfire in drought-stricken Southern California is a catastrophic legal event.
I was reading her apology post, and my jaw literally unhinged.
I am mesmerized by the sheer absurdity of a reality star casually dropping that her child ignited the state's topography on a Tuesday afternoon like it's a relatable parenting anecdote.
The disconnect from reality is staggering. But listen, if we want to talk about kids getting into serious trouble, the Orange County brush fire is honestly minor compared to the legal complexities happening in the Jay household over in New Jersey right now.
The New Jersey generational trauma is mutating in real time. Let's get into the Giudice kids.
Okay, first, Melania Giudice's arrest.
Yeah, this is heavy.
She was arrested back in May for simple assault. The prosecutors are officially stating that she struck someone identified as LR in the head with her fist, and she allegedly threw food and birthday candles at Teresa's house during a gathering.
A closed fist.
She is facing up to 6 months in jail, probation, and significant fines.
Striking someone in the head with a closed fist crosses the line from a chaotic sibling squabble into actionable violence.
Totally.
And we all know who LR is in that specific Franklin Lakes ecosystem. We don't need to name names to understand the family dynamics at play here.
We absolutely know who it is. But the twist that makes this so deeply sad is that it was her sister Gabriella who actually called 911.
That is just heartbreaking.
Gabriella reported to dispatch that Melania was acting erratically. And now, the sister feud has completely spilled out of the house and onto Instagram.
Of course it has.
Melania exposed private texts from her sisters on her IG stories. Gabriella called Melania a keyboard warrior, and Adriana was begging Melania in the text thread to just stop being so mean.
Oh, this is the darkest timeline of reality TV kids growing up.
It really is.
Having your sister call the police on you because she feels unsafe, and then your immediate reaction is to weaponize those private text messages to your millions of followers to control the PR narrative.
It's so messed up.
It shows how deeply ingrained the reality TV playbook is in their psychology. Conflict isn't resolved internally. It is broadcasted for public adjudication.
Yes, and the part that is making me lose my mind is Melania's reaction to the legal process itself. She pled not guilty via a Zoom court hearing.
Standard legal move.
But then, immediately after, she goes on TikTok to complain about a fake AI mugshot that was circulating online.
Oh, this is the worst part.
And she says to camera, I ate down in my mugshot. I looked fire. Shit happens in life.
I ate down in my mugshot. That phrase belongs in a sociology textbook studying the effects of internet fame on the developing brain.
I am oscillating between horror and being, impressed by the sheer delusion.
It's wild.
To be facing 6 months in a county jail for assault, and your primary overarching concern is making sure the general public knows your authentic mugshot was serving face.
It is peak reality TV royalty behavior. She was raised in this machine.
She was. But while Melania is dealing with the judicial system, her older sister, Gia Giudice, is trying to secure her bag on a completely different network.
Yeah.
And she just had a massive production slip-up.
Right for conspiracy.
Yes. On the new show, Next Gen NYC, Gia had this super secretive whispered conversation behind closed doors with Brooks Marks.
Uh-huh.
She was totally trying to be sneaky and hide the drama from the rest of the cast, completely forgetting that she was wearing a hot mic.
See, this is where my production conspiracy brain activates.
Lay it on me.
Let's break down the physical mechanics of reality TV audio. Was Gia's hot mic actually an accident?
Why wouldn't it be?
Think about the physical sensation of wearing a mic pack. It is not subtle. You have a lavalier microphone clipped to your shirt, a wire taped down your spine, and a heavy transmitter pack clipped to your waistband or bra strap.
True, they are bulky.
Gia Giudice has been on television since she was a toddler in a stroller. She knows exactly how audio mixing works. She knows that sound engineers are monitoring those frequencies constantly.
So you're saying?
Does she actually forget she has a transmitter taped to her body? Or does she know exactly how to self-produce a moment to guarantee she gets the center storyline screen time on a brand new spinoff?
Oh, wow. You think she manufactured the hot mic moment to make the conversation with Brooks seem more scandalous and exclusive than it actually was?
Absolutely. A whispered, behind-closed-doors hot mic moment goes instantly viral on TikTok. A regular seated conversation at a coffee shop does not. Gia is a reality TV savant at this point. She produced that entire sequence.
See, I am going to push back on this theory.
Okay, tell me why.
I actually argue the exact opposite. I think growing up on camera your entire life makes you completely immune to the physical sensation of a hot mic. It becomes sensory white noise. When you have worn a mic pack every single summer since you were 7 years old, your brain stops registering the weight of the transmitter. It becomes like putting on a pair of glasses. You stop feeling them on your nose.
That's a valid physiological argument.
Right. I think it had to be a genuine slip-up because she is just too profoundly comfortable with the production apparatus being around her.
It's a fascinating debate. Is it hyper-awareness leading to manipulation or overexposure leading to genuine mistakes? Either way, she achieved the ultimate goal. She generated the headline.
She certainly did. And, you know, connecting Gia's failed attempt to be sneaky behind closed doors, it reminds me of another Bravo couple who epically, totally failed to keep their off-camera romance a secret from the internet.
Oh, we are packing our bags and heading to the Hamptons. We have to talk about the summer house fallout, Amanda Batula and Wes Wilson.
This is the messiest timeline imaginable for this cast.
It's chaotic.
Okay, the facts first. Amanda and West were spotted at a bar in Big Fork, Montana. They were out there for the wedding of Ty Okada, who was West's former college teammate and a Seahawks player.
Right.
They were drinking, having fun, and eyewitnesses made it abundantly clear that Amanda is definitely not pregnant.
Which is a crucial detail because the internet has been completely rabid with these AI-generated Facebook rumors claiming she was hiding a pregnancy.
Rabid, but the story gets so much crazier.
Bring it.
A fan wrote in a blind item to Deux Mois, stating they explicitly saw Amanda follow West to a men's bathroom at a bar in Wisconsin.
A Wisconsin dive bar.
According to the tip, a friend asked West if they were getting married. West said, "Ask her." Amanda said, "Yeah, no." And then they proceeded to make out and literally say, "I love you" to each other in the hallway.
Let's just pause and analyze the absolute bleakness of saying I love you for the first time, or at least confirming it publicly, outside of a public men's restroom in a Wisconsin dive bar.
It's not a rom-com, that's for sure.
The modern romance is truly dead. Also, let's look at how Deux Mois operates. While they post unverified gossip, the hyper-specific geographic details, a specific bar in Wisconsin, specific dialogue, often point to a tipster who is standing in their immediate physical proximity.
It's so specific it has to be true. But the internet was still so fixated on the fake pregnancy angle, fans were leaving comments everywhere.
They wouldn't let it go.
So in response, West posted TikTok completely mocking the infertility and pregnancy rumors. And the backlash was swift and massive.
As it should be.
One fan commented that if Amanda was pregnant, she should have just taken the pickles and ice cream from Sierra Miller's fridge.
Oh, that is a lethal surgical strike of a comment in the Bravo universe.
Lethal.
Because for those who need the context, Sierra Miller is Wes's very recent ex, and Amanda was very close friends with Sarah.
I am furious about that TikTok. Mocking pregnancy rumors when people struggle silently with infertility is such a gross, tone-deaf PR move.
It's incredibly insensitive.
And I am completely 100% siding with Ciara on this entire fallout. Amanda broke the ultimate girl code. You do not date the guy who just publicly humiliated your close friend on national television.
The fallout is truly nuclear. Amanda and Wes have both formally exited Summer House.
Shocker.
Season 11 is currently filming without them, though Jesse Solomon teased in an interview that he might make a return. But their relationship completely shattered their entire friend group dynamic.
Shattered it beyond repair. And if you watch the In the City reunion trailer, the energy is so dark.
The body language is insane.
The seating arrangements alone tell a story.
Yeah.
Kyle Cook and Amanda are placed so awkwardly. Danielle Oliveira looks right across the stage at Amanda and calls her actions diabolical. And someone literally accuses Lindsay Hubbard of collecting souls.
Collecting souls is perhaps the most accurate, poetic description of Lindsay Hubbard's interpersonal strategy I have ever heard in my life.
It's so good.
But let me ask you this. There was a very vocal fan in the comments of a recap article arguing that Amanda and West are endgame and that they are going to weather this storm and get their own spin-off show by 2027.
Oh, wow.
Do you actually believe they are endgame?
I mean, they threw away their entire television careers, their primary sources of income, and their entire social circle for this relationship.
Yeah.
Psychologically, they have to make it work now to justify the destruction.
No, I am aggressively shooting this down.
Really?
They are not endgame. They are currently trauma bonded by the public backlash.
Okay, unpack that.
If you analyze how Kyle and Amanda's split originally played out on In the City, it fundamentally ruined the group dynamic because it forced everyone to pick a side. West and Amanda are now isolated. When a romantic relationship is built in total isolation and sustained primarily by spite and a shared defensive posture against former friends, it has a shelf life of exactly 18 months.
Wow.
There will be no 2027 spinoff. There will be a very quiet, heavily vetted PR statement on an Instagram story with a black background in about a year. Mark my words.
You just read them their rights and delivered the sentence. That was incredibly bleak, but probably very accurate regarding the psychology of isolated couples.
Thank you. I study the patterns. But listen, if you think the Summer House cast has off-camera drama stalling production, we urgently need to discuss the radioactive, unprecedented fallout currently happening over on Hulu's Mom Talk.
The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I am seated, I am ready. Break this down for me.
The entire Mom Talk ecosystem is collapsing. For anyone not actively scrolling Utah TikTok, Mom Talk isn't just a hashtag. It is a highly lucrative, deeply interconnected microeconomy of influencers.
It's big business.
Their entire brand relies heavily on projecting an aesthetic of traditional domestic perfection, which makes the behind-the-scenes reality so jarring.
And at the center of that ecosystem is Taylor Frankie Paul.
Exactly. Let's start with Taylor. She is officially returning for season 5, but there is a massive, unprecedented catch regarding television production.
What is it?
She is only returning to film the opening credits over a 2-day shoot. She will not be sharing a single scene with the actual cast for the rest of the season.
Wait, what?
Hulu production had literally been paused since March because of her explosive off-camera legal fights, and this is their bizarre compromise to get the cameras rolling again.
Wait. I need to take a deep breath just to process the sheer volume of court filings this woman is currently navigating.
It's a lot.
Because it's not just the Hulu show stalling, it's the complete unraveling of her personal life in the legal system.
Let's run down the docket because it requires a law degree to track.
Give me the timeline.
Earlier this year, Taylor temporarily lost custody of her 2-year-old son, Ever, amid allegations. She recently won back unsupervised visits.
Okay.
Furthermore, she and her current ex, Dakota Mortensen, have active mutual restraining orders against each other.
Mutual, meaning the judge saw enough evidence of volatility from both parties to mandate they stay away from each other.
Mutual. But it gets more complicated.
How is that possible?
Dakota's roommate and friend, Crew Eaton, posted a viral TikTok video that showed Taylor sobbing hysterically during an argument with Dakota.
That's so invasive.
So what is Taylor's legal recourse? She fires back by filing a civil stalking injunction against Crew in Salt Lake County, claiming she has extensive video and photo evidence of targeted harassment by the roommate.
The roommate. She is launching a civil stalking case against her ex's roommate.
It doesn't stop there. Her other ex, her actual ex-husband, Tate Paul, recently filed for a temporary restraining order against her and sought sole physical custody of their children, but a judge ultimately denied it.
My head is spinning. The legal fees alone must be astronomical.
And amidst this avalanche of litigation, Taylor recently checked into a rehab facility.
Oh, wow.
She insists through her representatives that it is strictly for a mental health reset to deal with the trauma, not for substance abuse.
That makes sense with everything going on.
Oh, and completely separate from Hulu, her season of The Bachelorette is still on pause, but producers say it might air eventually.
Okay, I have to jump in here because the audacity of her Hulu co-stars during this mental health crisis is sending me over the edge.
Whitney
Livid literally unfollowed Taylor and posted a video actively mocking Taylor's Instagram bio. Taylor's bio claims she is the creator of Mom Talk and the creator of the show.
Cope and the Bear.
Miranda Hope also unfollowed Taylor. And Taylor actually commented back from her facility saying Whitney wanted her to fail from day one, waited patiently for her downfall, and smiled at her lowest point. Taylor literally wrote, "I see you mid-season when you come back."
Whitney is playing a very dangerous game of reality TV thrones.
I have to push back on Whitney claiming any credit for the success of this franchise. Let's be entirely real.
Be real.
Taylor Frankie Paul is the absolute blazing sun that the entire Mom Talk solar system revolves around.
100%.
Without Taylor's original soft-swinging scandal, without Taylor's arrests, without Taylor's sheer willingness to broadcast her absolute lowest moments, Whitney is literally just a lady doing choreographed dances in a hospital hallway while her baby is in the NICU.
I agree with your assessment of the cast dynamics. Let's analytically break this down.
Yes, please.
Taylor's chaos is the foundational pillar of the show's viability. Without Taylor's original scandal breaking the internet, Hulu executives never would have greenlit the cameras.
Exactly.
The rest of the cast are supporting characters in Taylor's tragedy. Whitney trying to usurp the throne and claim dominance while Taylor is actively in a mental health facility and fighting 3 separate court battles is weak, opportunistic behavior. The audience recognizes who actually drives the narrative.
They absolutely do. And also, let's just mock the absolute absurdity of Hulu's production strategy right now.
It's hilarious.
How do you, as a network,
Right?
spend money to film an intro sequence for a cast member who isn't even participating in the season?
From a production standpoint, it's hilarious, but it speaks to holding costs. When a show pauses, you still have to pay the crew on retainer. They needed to start filming.
Right.
Imagine the opening credits editing. Everyone is holding their massive soda shop drinks, smiling, doing their little spins, and Taylor's just badly green screened into the corner.
Looking totally disconnected.
And then she literally does not appear for the next 10 episodes. It makes zero narrative sense, but it fulfills her contractual obligation, and I will absolutely be watching every single second.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
We are helpless slaves to the streaming algorithm. Okay, I am officially running out of my frappe. I am sucking the bottom of the ice here, so it is time for a rapid-fire rundown of the remaining mess we missed on our trip.
Let's do the lightning round. Hit me.
First up, RHORI, The Real Housewives of Rhode Island.
The newbies.
Breakout star Joellen Tiberi is facing major backlash right now. She was caught liking highly controversial Instagram posts by Donald Trump Jr.
Oh, boy.
We are talking posts comparing military veterans to Pride Month and mocking the use of they/them pronouns.
This is a textbook case study in brand collision and the mechanics of a PR crisis.
It is, and the fallout escalated quickly because Kezal Dashti publicly called her out for the blatant hypocrisy. Because Joellen literally just attended Pride Drag brunches last month to explicitly promote the premiere of the show.
Classic.
It is so reminiscent of the Gretchen Rossi RHOC Season 19 scandal.
Yeah.
And apparently, the internal cast fallout is so bad that co-star Liz McGraw is officially leaving the show to distance herself.
Let's analyze this purely from a PR and brand management perspective.
Go ahead.
The modern reality TV viewer demands ideological consistency. When a cast member attends a Pride event to market their television show and court a specific demographic for ratings, they're publicly signaling alignment with that community's values.
Right.
When their digital footprint subsequently reveals active endorsement of opposing political rhetoric, the audience views it as transactional exploitation.
Because it is.
It fractures the trust between the viewer and the persona. Liz McGraw leaving the show is a calculated move to protect her own brand equity from the collateral damage of Joellen's digital footprint. It is brand preservation 101.
Wow, that perfectly explains why the backlash feels so intense. It's the transactional nature of it.
Mm-hmm.
Moving down south to RHOA.
Atlanta always delivers.
Portia Williams just dropped a nuclear bombshell in Season 17. She is explicitly accusing Shamia Morton of sleeping with her manager.
Portia understands the assignment better than anyone.
Sleeping with the manager.
That is vintage, classic Real Housewives structural drama. It bypasses the petty arguments and goes straight for the professional jugular.
We are going to need the text message receipts, the timeline, all of it.
And we need that manager on Watch What Happens Live immediately to testify.
Same. And finally, jumping across the pond, the royals.
The original reality show?
King Charles apparently had a highly secretive reunion meeting with Harry and Meghan, and Queen Camilla reportedly secretly attended.
Sneaking in.
But now, Meghan is erupting over cruel accusations leaking from the palace that she uses her kids as leverage in these negotiations. And Prince William apparently suspected their PR plans from the very start.
The British royal family operates with the exact same media mechanics as a Bravo show, just with a 1,000-year head start.
Literally.
The leaks from the palace are not accidents. They are a highly orchestrated PR strategy. They use royal correspondence the same way reality stars use Dumois.
That is so true.
William playing the suspicious, calculating sibling, Camilla sneaking into meetings to monitor the optics. They are self-producing their own legacy. It is literally Succession, but with actual crowns and taxpayer funding.
It really is. We just unpacked so much today. My brain is officially at capacity.
We truly scaled the mountain of pop culture wreckage. But before we let you go, Snark Squad, we want to leave you with a final analytical thought to chew on.
Yes. Okay, think about this while you are commuting or folding your laundry today.
Or doing Pilates.
Yes, or crying on the reformer. With Katie Janela going on a press tour to expose RHOC's fake production nudges, and Gia Giudice getting caught on a hot mic, clearly producing her own storyline on Next Gen NYC, and Taylor Frankie Paul's real-life court battles entirely eclipsing her show's actual plot. Are we officially watching the final days of the authentic reality TV era?
That is the defining colon of this decade of television.
It really is.
Are the cast members just getting remarkably sloppier at hiding the strings? Or have we reached a post-authentic era where they simply do not care if we see the producers behind the curtain anymore?
I don't think they care.
Does the audience even want authenticity, or do we just want the performance of the mess? Hit us up in the comments and the DMs, Snark Squad, because we want your detailed hot takes on this structural shift.
And while you're in the DMs, we need you to answer a few very important personal questions for us.
Number 1.
What is the absolute best, most life-altering coffee you've ever had in your life? Because my Ethiopian standard is now impossibly tragically high.
Number 2. Have you ever met an online internet friend in real life, like we did with Fatima?
Tell us everything.
Tell us your absolute best success stories or your most unhinged horror stories. We want the full spectrum of the human experience.
And number 3, how long did it functionally take your current home to actually feel like your home? Because I am staring at a box of batteries and random cords, and the psychological dislocation is very real right now.
Thank you guys so much for listening and catching up with us today. It feels so incredibly good to be back in the rhythm with you all.
It really does.
Please remember to subscribe, leave us a 5-star review. Only 5 stars. We are very sensitive to criticism today. And share the link with another gossip-loving friend in your life.
Hey, Nosy.
Stay fabulous.
And we'll see you on the Snark side.
And we'll see you on the Snark side.